Hello, and welcome back. So yesterday, the brand new Divine Party Basement Chapter 2 Castle event began, and so I'm assuming most of us are either on level 3 or level 4 at this point. But today, just like we did for Chapter 1, we will be showing what the cheapest chest paths are for every level from level 3 onwards. Because of course, with these castle events, it is super important to know which is the cheapest path, so that if you do manage to get a key nice and early through very lucky RNG, then you can progress through the event quicker, because remember, the higher the level that you're on, the more event currency you can earn per task. So that's the reason why you want to be moving up. So, without further ado, once again we have taken these maps from the DML Wiki this time, and our good friend Silver has calculated all of the chest paths. And if you do want to have a copy of all of these map paths, or say you just want an easy and quick way to be able to pull them up on your own screen, just like last time, they are available in the Discord server DML Event Guides channel, which again lists all of these and has a little bit more information. We've also got some useful pinned messages that will help you during the event as well. But do remember that these maps, when you're looking at them, don't have the elemental restrictions, and it's usually best to use these maps alongside the DML Wiki's page, which shows us all of the elements that are allowed on each level. You might need like 2 pages open. I know it's a lot to ask, but basically there's a lot of shadow. A lot of shadow and light and plant on this castle event. But without further ado, we should start off with the earliest level first, and this one is of course the level 3 map, which is the smallest out of all of the maps and the blurriest, but trust me, it looks fine. But level 3 is the level that I'm currently on, and again, most of us probably are at the moment, and there is a little bit of a difference in how expensive some of these paths are, enough to actually make it kind of important to know. So on level 3, this is the chest order. So the very first one would be, we start in the middle where the Anubis dragon is, and then the yellow path is chest number 1. Then the second cheapest and recommended path is the red path, which is basically bottom right. The third one being the top chest, then middle, then the purple path right down at the bottom near the toxic pit. What the heck even is that? Toxic death pit? That's what it looks like. That's what I'm assuming it is. But those are the cheapest paths for level 3. But again, it does rely on you having all of the available elements for each side of this level that you're going on. Then next up we have level 4. So level 4, we have seen all of these map layouts before in previous events, but the cheapest one on level 4 is actually going right down in the center for $12.97, that red path. Next one, well, technically all of the others are the exact same cost apart from the yellow path, which is 2 extra. So level 4, all that's really important is that you go to the middle pathway first, and then you can go to literally any of the other chests, and it doesn't matter because they all cost exactly the same. So level 4, you don't really have to worry about it too much. Level 5, however, is a little bit more complicated. There's lots of staircases and different routes and paths, so level 5 could be really confusing if you don't have a map to show you which way to go. But on level 5, first one once again is the central path. Then the second cheapest would be that light purple path, which is just under 3,000 altogether, but that also includes all of the tiles leading up to that pathway as well. But that is number 2. Number 3 is continued on from number 2, that red path, and then you'll go all the way over to the right hand side to that light blue path, then the yellow one. So that is the pathway for that level. And then of course, finally for level 6, we have another very big map, or very big layout, and once again there's a decent amount of discrepancy between how much each path costs. Do not go down the middle path first if you want to potentially get a lucky key on level 6. Cheapest one is actually going on to the right hand side, that white path, number 1. Second cheapest is the left hand side, the first chest. Then you'll be heading up from number 2 to that red side, number 3, which are 3,883. And then you can go down middle and then top right. So basically it's like right, left, up, mid, top right. So you'll be going backwards and forwards on level 6 quite a lot. That is, of course, if you are prioritizing them by cheapest chests. And like I mentioned before, each of these levels have their own elemental restrictions. So if we go through each of these levels as well, level 3 has a lot of void, fire, earth and wind from what I can gather. Level 4 has a lot of plant and light. Level 5 has kind of a split between shadow, plant, light and energy. And like I said before, level 6 is mainly shadow, energy, plant and light. But, you know, you might have a fight like number 4, where it will only allow you to use metal and ancient, which could really be a pain for some of the newer players out there that don't have an ancient. And why would they have a metal dragon, right? If they were just prioritizing a dungeon team. So make sure you use all of these resources to give yourself the best chance of succeeding during this event. Of course, the other thing that you need to be doing in this event, as always, is doing all of the tasks, all of the quests every 6 hours. People that say, Quacks, how can I possibly do this event? Nice and simple. You just got to log in for the resets. I didn't realize I was getting a level up. I would have used that for an arena gem. Well, screw me, I guess. That's what I get for not paying attention. But always pay attention to when you're going to get your level up, because you can get that bonus arena gem out of it. But alas, I have already made the mistake now, so who cares? But the tasks themselves, again, normally I would pop in 6-hour food or 1-hour food. For the breeding, we do have the breeding tables up, again, once again, in the DML event guide section. It's just one of the pinned messages. You can check through the pins and you'll see that there are tables that show you what dragons to breed. That's always been in there. You can check that anytime if you don't want to open up the wiki. That also should have that on the main event page. But I guess we will skip this timer so that we can go and get our breeding points. Of course, with breeding points, eventually you will get to the point where you will not be able to get enough breeding points without having 2 breeding dens. But my main focus at the moment with my breeding dens is actually to try and go for Flame Lily. Which, if you were super focused on the castle event, is not a smart thing to do. In this situation, for example, when I've only got 1 slot, you should probably just use the other breeding den. But I really want Flame Lily. I really want Flame Lily. So that's why I'm going for it in my second breeding den. Flame Lily's going to be a pain. Double egg relics, other relics, and still nothing. Still nothing. Pain. That is all that I feel. So what else do we have? Feeding dragons. I don't think I have a super low level dragon. I've got baby of the Hierophant, but I don't want to level him up. So I guess I'll just level up the Shinobi dragon that we've got here. But of course, leveling up level 1 dragons is the cheapest and best thing to do. And then, of course, we have our completing battles quest, which you can do arena fights for, which I'll do in a little bit. I cannot be bothered with arena. Arena is really important for getting enchantment materials, but I just cannot be bothered. Not right now. And honestly, especially during these major events, it's more important that we get dungeon done and castle event quests done rather than worrying about other stuff. So if you get burnt out with, say, arena or in the game in general, just do the bare minimum. That's sort of what I'm doing. I am just doing the bare minimum to get myself that pyramid dragon so that we can get Hathor, and also logging in for dungeon reset timers. And that's pretty much all that I've been doing the last few days. But now that we've collected our event currency, of course we will move back on to level 3, and you'll see that I went through all the cheapest paths first. And now we can make our way to chest 4 and 5. Slowly but surely we will get there. I actually don't know if I'm going to have all of the dragons available to complete all of the fights in this castle. Last time, I believe I had to, I'm talking about in chapter 1, I believe I had to skip one path. And by that I mean I went around. Oh, of course I'm gonna have to open up every single chest on level 3. Typical game. So if you're like me and you get screwed over by RNG, of course the maps won't help you in that situation. But if you ever do manage to get the key in, say, your second or third chest, and you use those map guides, you will be way ahead compared to other players, and hopefully that'll mean that you can make your way to level 6 nice and quickly. So that is the main purpose of the maps, just to help you out in the event, help you finish everything off sooner, because why not? Why would you not want to finish the event quicker, huh? But that is everything related to this castle event for now. We're still waiting for our divines to get hatchy-watchied. It's not very long now, but of course, main goal of all of this is Mr. Epic Pyramid, so that we can get that Hathor dragon out, and then after that, I'm probably going to chill on the DML front a little bit. But all I can say is good luck with finding your keys. Make sure you go and check out those maps on Discord if you do indeed want to use them, download them, have a look at them, whatever. Thanks to Silver once again. But until next time, I do hope to see you again.